Hello, New York. We are looking at the new JP Morgan Chase building going up on Park Avenue between 47th and 48th Street. It is going up fast, and you can see that it is already taller than its neighbor to the north, 280 Park Avenue. It's such an interesting structure. You start just examining some of the structural elements. So like, you've got this, diagonal thing. You've got this one that runs diagonally. This floor is much smaller than the floor above it. And there's just so much going on. It's sort of hard to comprehend all of it. There's steel going up, and then you can see where it's white, where the orange is there. Those floors have had the steel protected with fireproofing. The floors above it have not had that happen yet. And it's just fascinating to look at the engineering for anyone who's ever seen it. Now look out here where it bulges out. I don't know if you can see that, but the building literally bulges out. It's not straight. That's unusual in and of itself. There's just so many elements of it that are different and unique. So you can really see it bulging out from that perspective. It doesn't follow a straight line from Park Avenue heading east over towards Madison Avenue. We'll cross Park Avenue in a second. We'll show you something interesting I noticed the other day, which is how the lower level is set up to channel the loads that are being generated by the tremendous weight coming from upstairs. It would be really wonderful to get a presentation by one of the structural engineers on this project and show what's going on, because there's just so much happening. Look at those cross members there, and I'm sure I'm using the wrong nomenclature. Cross member is probably the wrong word, but it's really wild. All the stuff that's going on, all the complex and unique elements that are forming superstructure of this soon to be very, very tall, super tall, as they call it, skyscraper. One of the things I noticed yesterday was that run right there. If you look at it from the south, which we'll try and do in a second, it's not straight. It's like one of those tractor trailer beds that they have that are engineered to carry huge loads and flex. And so if you look at it now, and I'm going to go stand in the middle of the road, that is not straight. It bulges upward. And I wonder if over time, as more weight gets added, does that flatten itself out as those tractor trailers do? I mean, you can see a clear arc going from there to there. Maybe it's not so clear from this perspective. If I head south on Vanderbilt Avenue, maybe you can see that. Yeah, I think you can see it a lot more clearly from here. Yeah, you see the white cross members there, and they're straight. But that big one that has the diagonal structural elements underneath it, right there in particular, is a spot that is not straight at all. And right there and right here, you can really see it. So God only knows what's going on there, but it would be fun to get a tour of this and understand why all of that's happening. I mean, there's just so much going on. If you look at that white level right there, that's not level with that, and that's not level with that. It juts up and down. It's very strange, but very cool. So, for someone who walks by this every day, I just sort of look up and check out what's happening. And you say to yourself, how the heck is that occurring? Because, buildings typically are straight. But look at that. You can really see it's exaggerated how it arcs right here. And then as you come across this way, it starts going downward, right? And that right there is another one. It's sort of jumbled. It's jumbled. It's so very strange. As it goes down there, as you follow that white line, it drops. So how the heck are they going to have a floor that's level? I mean, look at over there. You can really see it as it goes up and down. And then as it drops down that way, that's just the strangest thing I can recall seeing. But it's fascinating, right? And look at what they've constructed here. It's really something else. So fascinating. This big deck here is cantilevered out, hanging out as it projects over towards Madison Avenue. What an amazing thing to see. Can't wait to see it completely done. These big super tall buildings are just marvels of engineering. And they're complex. And how they manage to put them together is just hard to conceptualize sometimes. I heard yesterday that One Vanderbilt, the new super tall, down at the end of Madison Avenue where it meets 42nd Street, you can see it sticking out right there, big monster building. I heard yesterday that the floors, it's being discovered during tenant fit out, meaning the construction of the tenant space, that those floors are not level and that they're pretty significantly off spec for what they should be, and it's causing all sorts of problems because, you know, most floors in office buildings are not level, and there's ways of dealing with it. You can put a skim coat of some sort of concrete on it to try and level it out. That's one of the things I know you can do. You can sort of deal with it in that manner. But to have really significant deviation from being flat, I don't know how the heck you resolve that issue, so I'd be very interested to know. Anyway, that's probably enough for today as we approach 415 Madison Avenue, the Rudin family's building that they constructed in, I don't know, 1950 or something, brand new, and now they're dismantling it and constructing a new building. So lots going on in this stretch of Madison Avenue in what's known as Midtown East. That's it for today. If you need office space, call me, Bill Montana with Savills, and we will educate you. We will figure out what you need. We'll expose you to the market, and we'll help you get space that supports your business and that saves you money at the same time. Have an awesome day.